Hi guys, it's Sunday. Brilliant news always. Anyway, I've got two things for you today. Doing a quick overview of this tank on my MVP. I've had this one for a while. It's the Aspire CE5S style tank. Obviously I'll put a different drip tip on. I'll do it in a sec. And I've got a new liquid. Madrina by Suicide Bunny. It's absolutely beautiful. My Madrina. Obviously, well, most of you may not know what it is. Madrina is an American liquid, fairly new. Well, it's new to me. I don't know how long it's been in the UK, but I've been told it's fairly new. It's a fairly, as you can see here, it's a fairly thick. You can see on the tip of the dripper. It's fairly thick. It's a. It actually takes a little bit of work stirring it up. It's quite thick. Still liquid, obviously, but quite thick. Look, you can see the bubbles. Shit. I'll give it a shake, and you should get an idea of how thick it is on how fast the bubbles go up. You can see the bubbles in there, moving pretty damn slow. See if I can get to it like that. Yeah, so they're moving pretty slow. This is Madrina, and it's from Suicide Bunny. It's a US brand. I've got it in 18mg. First impression of it, just on the look of the bottle alone, I thought, great. I thought it was going to be crap, to be fair. I thought it was going to be someone's homebrew liquid, and I didn't think it was going to be any good, but I've just spilled it over the bottle. But it's actually heaven in a bottle. I'm going to sort this drip tip out. My ceramic drip tip. I'm using also the BVC coils that are compatible with all the other Aspires. Brilliant, love them. And it's kicking out at about 1.50. Now, I've got this set on my MVP. I'm going to stick it down to the very lowest, so it's 6 watt and 3.3 volt. Yeah, that's right. And I'm going to take a vape. I'm going to show you how much, because this is a liquid designed for brilliant flavour and great vapour production. I'm going to show you how much vapour kicks out. Unfortunately, you can't taste it, because they haven't, or smell it even, because they haven't made that yet. Hopefully they will, because this stuff is heavenly. And I'll just show you how much vapour can kick out. That's a fair bit. I'm going to do it on the side so it doesn't cloud the camera out. I mean, for 3.5 and 6 watt, 6 volt, that's not 6 watt. That's not too bad. I'd give that probably the better end of the scale. I'm going to stick it on 8 watt and a standard sort of battery. I'm just going to do a little bit over what the Ego T batteries do. I'm going to go up to 4 volt. I'm going to give that a blast. One point I'd like to make is no matter how high on this I've gone all the way up to the strongest this will go, this battery, and I haven't lost a single bit of flavour in the liquid. It's phenomenal. Usually you'll get dry hits and the flavour goes out the window, but I don't know whether it's the BVC coil, that liquid's just brilliant, or it's a combination combination of both, but it's brilliant. So this is just a little bit over standard sort of battery. This is like Ego T sort of, just a little bit over that. So that's wicked vapour reduction, just like that. I mean, this tank could easily fit on your regular £10 battery. And also I'll do one on the side for you as well. You can see actually that's a big difference, and it's only gone up a little bit. And I haven't modified this at all. I'm going to be soon. I'm going to be going to college with it and drilling out the air holes a bit more, just so I've got better airflow, so I can do lung hits with it, lung breaks. Now I've kept it on 4 volt. I've moved it up to 9 watt. This is what I usually have it on just all day. So I'll show you how that vapes. It's just thick as you like, and the flavour is so thick. I don't know how to describe it. It's absolutely heavenly. As you can see, there's not much difference between that one and the last vape, but I've got to tell you, now I'm going to kick up to full power, complete full power. My man Alex at the vape shop has advised me sort of he doesn't like it because he thinks it'll burn the coils, and this is the point where I reckon the coil's working at its max. I mean, before it starts burning. But I still think it tastes fine, but I don't. Alex is a top-end flavour guy. He's a guy that works at Winchester Market for vape time. Brilliant guy. Go to him for everything. Definitely give him a visit, because he'll always point you in the right direction, and he won't ever do you over and get you to buy something that you wouldn't need. He has all the kit. So this is on full power, and after this I'm going to do a lung drag on it, see if I can do that and see how much cloud I can get. So, here goes. You know what? I think that can give a couple of the drippers a run for their money. Some of the RDAs, that can give them a good run for their money. And just a mouth to lung inhale. I'll do one across the side. And still, no loss of flavour, still tastes as clean as you like. Oh, yeah, tastes as clean as you like. Sorry, I was just remembering something that my brother said. Me and my brother's got one of these each, and it was something like, he started singing a song, because he was so happy about the liquid, it was hilarious. He goes, "Oh Madrina, it tastes cleaner than you think." It's so funny, I can't remember the words. I'll have to get him to write them down and I'll post them for you because it was so amusing. Obviously, just a quick touch on this tank. It's a bit smaller than usual tanks. To my knowledge, it is 1.6 to 1.5 mil, I think. I'm pretty sure it is, or 1.7. Don't hold me to it, I'm not actually that sure. But, brilliant. I got through about one of these a day, and when I was using my Nautilus I was getting through a little bit more than that, so I'm happy about the liquid consumption. So I'm going to go ahead and just try a lung hit and see how that works, because usually I cough my guts up, but yeah, I'll give it a go. This is on full power. Damn. you do a lung hit on this tank in particular, and that liquid, and the watch and voltage I've got it on, usually this liquid's a nice creamy taste, but when you do a lung hit, it has like an evil side to it, if you will. And the evil side is, it kind of rips your throat up a bit. Not so much it makes you want to cough, it's just gives you a little tickle in the back of your throat, saying, like, lets you know it's still got a bit of punch in it. But I really do think that could give some of the RDAs a run for their money. A couple of the drippers. My brother put it through his Vision Eternity last night. Absolutely cracking flavour. We ran it through a Nautilus. We ran it through the other BDC, the model up from this one. I'm not actually sure what that's called because I'm thick as you like. But I think it's a 2.3mm tank. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it again. Yeah, he ran it through that, and it is a slightly better airflow on it, and it was brilliant. Right, moving on to what the flavour tastes like. Now, everyone's taste buds are a bit different. You're not going to be exactly the same for everyone. But to me and my brother, we've both sort of agreed that it's a creamy watermelon, sort of little hint of like peach or something. I'm not actually quite sure what there's a hint of, but it's beautiful. Madrina, when I was at the vape shop, was the first thing I tried, and I fell in love with it. I actually started like sort of shaking a little bit, because it was, seriously, it's that good. I was kind of speechless for about 5 minutes. I was like shaking like that, and I couldn't think straight. I was just like, I need more of this Madrina. And every other liquid I tried, even all the Halo liquids, I was like, no, Madrina blows it straight out of the water. Even Sub-Zero, and I'm a very big Sub-Zero fan. Absolutely love the stuff. I'd die for that liquid. I really think that Madrina blows that out of the water completely. And usually I'm not a big fruity fan. I'm more of a basic menthol or a watermelon fan, but it's just something about it that's absolutely brilliant. And one thing I've noticed when I was using Midnight Apple, because I actually bought the rest of my brother's Midnight Apple off him, after about half a day of vaping it, you start to get vapor's mouth, and if you don't know what that is, it's you just start losing the taste of it in your mouth. I think, I'm not sure how it works, but you just start losing the taste. I'm vaping this is the second day I've vaped it, actually 24 hours nearly to the minute, and it still tastes as great as the first drag. I've rocketed through that first, I think that's the first 3 mil of it. Not too worried about it though. One other thing I'm a bit thinking about is, why is it orange as well? That got me thinking, why is it orange? I know Sub-Zero's a bit orangey red as well. I don't know, that'd be something actually I'd quite like to find out. But this cost from Alex at Winchester Vape Market on Vape Time. If you go to their website, Vape Time, they have it on this brilliant website. You'll find it there, and all of the rest of the flavours. There's other flavours like OB, Fight Your Fate, Derailed. There's even one called Mother's Milk. Mother's Milk. Who comes up with these names? I haven't tried Mother's Milk. I've tried OB. That's brilliant. Fight Your Fate. That's a bit more tobacco-y, I think. It's a bit more of a stronger taste. It wasn't quite to my taste buds. And Madrina was the better one for me. Derailed's good though. OB's good. But yeah, you'll find them all there along with all the Halo liquids and Red Oak liquids and all the other liquids. And they have, in fact, they've got all the Aspire kit, the Aspire Nautilus, Nautilus Minis, all the BDCs. They have all BVCs and BDC coils. They have the new K1s in as well. I've been told, I spoke to Alex while I was there, he said they're absolutely cracking. Yeah. I just can't get over this liquid. about how thick it is. I'm not sure the PG and VG blend, I'm not sure what it is, but I would imagine it's 50-50, I'd imagine. It's really thick, and that isn't a problem when it's going through the coil. It hasn't dry burnt at all, it still flows through the coil nicely. I'm using a BVC coil that has slightly bigger intake holes for the coil. And when you get one, you'll be able to see they are a little bit bigger than the BDCs. But it's so good. I mean, this is my reaction to it. The first time I took a drag, this is exactly what I did. Jesus. Seriously, you haven't, this is Alex saying, this is the guy that works there, this is what he said. Exactly what he said. You haven't found Madrina until you have found Madrina. And I can't see any other term being so right for this liquid. It is amazing. I really can't do it justice. It blew my mind. It really did. It turned me into a bit of a vegetable for about 20 minutes, just trying to get my head around how great this liquid is. Now, I got this from him for £17.50, I think it was, for a 30ml bottle. I bought 2 of them. Yes, I ended up spending around about 50 quid that day on coils and liquid and drip tip, because I didn't have one for this tank because I lost it. So I was a happy vapor for the day. Even though it was terrible weather on that Saturday and the trains weren't running, so we had to get a bus. That was the longest half an hour of my life, getting from Eastleigh to Winchester on a bus, because I'm not allowed to vape on the buses. That was the longest half an hour of my life. And one thing as well, I did get a little bit of liquid on my mouth on the first couple drags, because I don't think I did something wrong with the coil. I was a bit impatient, so I dripped about 3 drops into the coil to make it soak quicker, and it shot up through the mouthpiece when I started using it, and it went in my mouth. And if you know what that's like, and it usually tastes grim going into your mouth, it makes you feel like crap a bit. Madrina didn't, to be fair. Madrina tasted just like it did as you vape it, which I found quite interesting, because I think it's a really clean liquid. Like I said, this is a US liquid, it's from USA. I really can't do it justice. I think the pictures on the bottles, each bottle has a different picture. Also, I think the pictures on them are brilliant. It's quite a plain bottle, because all it's got on the side there is saying, keep away from children and pets, store in a cold, dark place. And then it's got your Suicide Bunny logo, the picture of, I'm assuming that's supposed to be the Madrina, and it says Madrina down the side, and it tells you the strength at the bottom, and that's literally it. There's none of this crap that no one really wants to know, because I know all the Halo liquids have like a whole block of what's in it. It's like, some people have allergies to it, and I respect that they may want to know, but I really don't care. If I like it, I'll vape it. If I don't, I'll put it back. I don't think there's much more I can say. I'm going to take one more huge drag, just so you can see again just how much it vapes and how well it vapes, because it is absolutely brilliant. I can't understand how they've made a liquid so good. They have really hit this on the head. I think this is going to be a brilliant vape. This is going to probably be my everyday vape until they come out with something that's bigger and better. And even then, I still reckon I'll vape this every day. Also, one thing I will point out before I go, if you like doing vape tricks with it, like smoking tricks and blowing rings, this is the thing to use. It's brilliant flavour every time, and it always a nice thick fluffy cloud that comes out. So I think my taste has got it right. Taste it, and I love it. Well, anyway, I'll leave you with that and keep on vaping.